So, starting off with the top 3 must play flanks in Paladins. Number 3 is Maeve. Maeve is a fast and agile, damaging flank. She is very, very useful when having to go behind an enemy or go behind 2 enemies, damaging both, being able to pounce on that enemy, get good damage, and prowl away, flank to another position, and get that enemy again. She's really good at doing this, and if you don't know, her pounce is an attack that does 400 damage on contact, and it has a 7-second cooldown. And her other ability is called Prowl, which I used earlier. It is it's an ability. My bad. Sorry about that. It's an ability that gives you a boost in speed and a boost in agility, like to jump in and the height you jump and how far you can travel with a jump or any other movement or base movement. And her third ability is called 9 Lives. 9 Lives is an ability that resets the cooldown for both of her attacks. So, for example, if you pounced an enemy and use 9 lives, it'll automatically reset your cooldown to 0. And 9 lives is a really clutch perk that comes in handy if you need an extra pounce to kill an enemy, or if you need that extra prowl to get away or to flee a certain situation, since your nature is a flank. So yeah, it comes in clutch with that. And that's all for her base abilities. It's time to get into her ultimate. Her ultimate, and what you will see later on, it is an ultimate that blinds you, makes your screen black. It makes your screen black and pink to where you can't see in the radius of her. So if she's near you but she's farther back, you will be blinded. You won't be able to see anything. But as she gets closer, you will be able to see her. You just can't see your surroundings. And that's basically what her ultimate does. It's like a blinding effect, but the farther that she is, you can't see her at all. Now to get into the tips and tricks part of this, and because we already been through the abilities and the cooldowns and the guides to them. Now, tips and tricks for her. For example, this is a trick coming up right here. You can use your prowl and your passive double jump that she has to get into certain places or to get around certain places you wouldn't usually be able to. Now, with me using my prowl and getting to that left flank, I was able to get 2 kills and then get this victor with my strafe to get that easy 3-kill killing spree. Now, I flank up behind the Strix that just blinded my enemy team with his ultimate. I got the kill on him. And for another tip and a trick to use with her, she has a passive double jump, and to combo that double jump with a strafe or another strafe or multiple strafes, you can kind of like jump and angle yourself with your shots. Now, I'm playing in third person because to me it's easier to do that with me seeing my surroundings and seeing what's near me, seeing my environment, and being able to see my target better, like as in to like positioning to see how I want to land my shot or how I want to approach something. Now, you see me right strafe and get that easy kill on her when she was low. Same thing with my Viv. I just landed my shots. I went left and right, got the easy prowl on the easy pounce on Vic. I strafed left and I end up getting Strix, and look at me, I'm on a 9-kill streak. All you gotta do is it's all about positioning and your reaction time. The way I use my ability to my advantage and use my environment to my advantage, it was so easy to flank, and I was able to flank behind my target. I used my ultimate, made her commit suicide. Like we mentioned before, it blinds you. So I just got that easy flank, got the easy 9-kill streak, used my strafes and my double jumps to my advantage, used my abilities when I needed them. I didn't waste my 9 lives knowing it has a 20-second cooldown. I just used my abilities to my advantage. That's what you want to do with her. You want to time your abilities, time your flanks, and time the way you attack. It's all about timing and positioning with her. That's all for me. Let's move on to the number 2 must-play champion in Paladins. Now, the second must-play flank in Paladins is Androxus. Now, Androxus is, like Maeve, a very agile and mobile flank champion like most are. But with him it's different. The more damage you do up close, the higher the reward. When you're farther away, you get a lot of damage drop off. So you don't want to per se engage in a fight with someone that has long range capabilities that can kill you, like a Leon or a Canessa or a Strix. You want to push certain champions and push certain type of fights. For example, the Bomb King jumped down. He got the concussion bomb on us, but it didn't matter because we ended up getting an easy kill. And then with this Grover, I pushed up on him, got my reflect, got the easy 800 damage. And that's what you want to do. You want to get close with Androxus. Get in up close and personal. Got the easy melt, got the easy Defiant Fist. Now, on to his abilities. His first one is the fist I just used on Makoa. That attack does 520 damage, just like his revolver does. Each bullet from his revolver does 520 damage, and so does his Defiant Fist. Now, his Defiant Fist has a 1 second cooldown, so you don't have to really worry. You don't have to really worry about a massive cooldown with that. And like I got close with him, got the easy ultimate off. His ultimate is an enhanced and pistol damage, and it does explosive, splash, and direct damage. With his ultimate. Now, with him, if you get up close and personal, get the easy reflex off, you get the easy 800 damage, and you want to make sure you push a situation to where your teammates there back you up, you have a healer. If you can flank but get up close and just dish out damage, you will get the kill almost every time, guaranteed. And that's just what you want to do. You want to make sure that you know what type of enemy you're going up against. Like this Bomb King, he had his back turned on me. He wasn't expecting me, so he got melted. The Grover on the other hand did expect me, so it was kind of harder to kill him. He was jumping, moving left to right. He made me miss my reflect, but I just went down, tried to heal up a little bit, and I pushed him right after. Hit him with my Defiant Fist, got the easy reflect, dead, 800 damage straight to his face. And fast forward here to where we're pushing the payload. Had to dodge the Bomb King there. Had to pop my ultimate, stop him from using his ultimate, which will kill anybody. And got the easy elimination and the easy slay. And the Makoa is shielding right now, so I kind of want to get more up close to him. End up getting an elimination on the Grover. And then we just sat there, boom, push the payload, victory. That's about it though. You want to get close. You want to get close up, deal the most damage you possibly can. You want to reflect any attack that comes near you within a certain time frame. Get that 800 damage off at minimum. Then if they pop a ult or try to hit you with something stronger, get more than 800 damage. Push up. You got your ultimate. And you can either drift in the air and hold it or just hit them straight up. And to end the video with the best and most effective #1 flank to use, in my opinion, of course, in Paladins, which I would recommend, would be Zen. Now, Zen does cost 60,000 in currency, but if you spend that 60,000, it'll be worth it. Because for one reason, he's in the elimination meta. Yes, he was nerfed. Yes, he was nerfed. And it's kind of hard, you know, to think about the nerf, but they just nerfed his billow time. They nerfed it to where it's less of, you know, a run on. It's only like 0.1 sec, like 1.5 seconds. You know, they nerfed the billow time, but we don't have to worry about that as much because with Smolder you can heal while you're in billow now. So it's different when you use your billow at trying to get out of a situation. If you can increase the speed, you can increase distance. Speed and distance, like, they collab. So the faster you go, the farther you can get away, and the more effective your heals can be while you're using Smolder and Billow. It's smart that way. And then Zen can tank damage, he can reflect damage, he can deal damage with each attack he does, and with most of his abilities, he can always choose how to get in and out of situation. And with his ultimate being a knockback and dealing direct damage like I just did here, you can knock back an opponent, you can deal damage no matter what shield is up with barricade, with none of that. If you can get around it or finds a way across and counteract that, you can always get easy and you always get easy knockback damage and easy damage in general. Like, you can tank a lot of things with Zen. Like, he's the elimination meta besides Sky, because Sky, she the only reason I didn't cover Sky in this video is because a lot of people cover Sky, and Sky is basically Sombra from Overwatch. Like, she just doesn't have a teleport. But as far as elimination meta goes, it's Zen and Sky most likely. But the reason I would say Zen as the #1 flank in the game is because his ability to tank damage and get out of crowd control situations. Anara is usually known, Anara, Furia, and Amani, they are usually known to keep an area effect or a crowd control on a person. Or if someone's running Cauterize with Zen, he can easily still smolder. Even though he won't heal as much, he can still smolder and whirl to get away. And then as soon as his cooldown is done, if he's running Chronos, he can come right back and just dish out damage and then counter anything you throw at him and still whirl behind you and get that easy flank in your face. That's why he's the elimination meta right now. He's the meta for flanks. He's really the one, like you seen how I play with him in ranked, how I didn't get a death. He's just all around the best flank in the game. He can do a lot of things, and yes, he has weaknesses, but his weaknesses get outshadowed by your skill level and the way that you can play with him. You can have a different playstyle with Zen. That's perfectly normal, perfectly understandable. But you want to make sure as a flank and when you're using him to use your whirl at the right time. You don't want to use your billow to get into a situation and then try to whirl out of it. That's backwards. You'd rather do damage, dish damage, whirl in, then billow away when you're low, and then still get that elimination off or that slay with your guillotine. Simple.